Good morning. Today is another day of conversation about, in this case, friendly communities. I'm Juan Pardo. I'm the Leicestershire County Council Policy Officer. I'm mission today at the HUK in mission and with Carol Lund. So, who are you, Carol? What are you doing? Who are you involved with?
I am the chairperson of Age UK, and I'm also the chairperson of two warm places, which are both based within our community in Measham.
Okay. Thank you very much. You want to put this on to just give a little bit of noise reduction and hopefully it will give you a bit more clarity.
Quite a bit.
As our son said, we're going back to the motherland.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the reason we want to have this conversation is because we realize there are many different actions, many different projects in every community. I want you to let us know a little bit about that traveling of creating those friendly environments. What in your mind makes a friendly environment? Is collaboration, cooperation? What do you think
It's got to be how you feel about things when you walk into a room, whether you get a smile from the person who is greeting you, whether you're polite and accepting of them as a person when they walk in the door, rather than being judgmental.
Yes.
From an Age UK point of view, we have a meal today which starts at 12 o'clock, where we're giving some dinner and a pudding and drinks for a minimal fee. We're serving 23 people today, so there's going to be 23 people in the hall this morning. And also with our warm places head on, we offered during the winter, we offered a dinner on a Saturday once a week, and we had quite a good footfall for that. We peaked at about 30 people, and we provided 177 meals over a 2-month period. So that was all about communication within the village, and it's word of mouth as well as using Facebook, Twitter, and all the Instagrams and neighbourhood apps and all the communications that you can get on your mobile device. But the age that we are dealing with in some respects, they do not have
all those social
all
media.
the smartphones, so it's all down to word of mouth and advertising, using the local communications
Yes.
to put the word out. But once you get a good rapport with people, you find that they will come back because you've been an accepting person and you've given them a willingness and an open ear.
How long has been this running now? The
Age UK
Age UK in here with
Age
your
UK has
warm meals
been running for a very, very long time.
and the warm meals and
The warm places
the
we
warm places.
started in October of last year.
Yes.
We came up with an idea with myself and Nikki, who is down the library. We came up with a really good idea that we could help people because of the crisis. There's food poverty, didn't have any money, nobody was having money. We'd just come out of COVID and
Yes.
people were really struggling. So we needed to come up with a plan. So a couple of people got together. So there was 4 of us in the end. There was Nikki, Nicola, Angela and myself on the Warm Places Committee. And we formed Warm Places. We helped. We had the food poverty officer, which is Helen, and we had Sonia help us as well. And between us, we managed to get up off the ground. We provided Warm Places, which is somewhere you can go and get free clothing, blankets, coats, toys, games, magazines, which was run from the local library. And as I say, once a week we did a meal up here.
What do you think then? Because that requires, if it's not the resources, that sometimes we think in terms of money, which obviously is as well. I guess the main thing, which is so principle, I think that friendly requires is people who decide to put the time for others.
We had a good group of volunteers, but we did put in for a grant.
Right.
We put in for a Shire grant and they helped us out.
So you need both things together.
Okay, exactly.
You need a little bit of money to push things.
Yes.
And then, what sort of people volunteer?
Right. Well, we had We put a WhatsApp group together,
Mm.
and word of mouth again, and we ended up with about 23, 24 volunteers came forward. But as it sort of become to fruition, we found that a few of those
Yes.
sort of fell by the wayside, which is what happens, unfortunately. Circumstances, life gets in the way.
Yes.
So we ended up with the bare bones, as you see what I mean. You end up with a good group of people who know what they're doing, and with them, they pulled us forward really, because we could rely on them.
So, I mean, that's quite interesting because we know I've been volunteering in the past in different places, and you always have a core of people
Yes,
ultimately.
exactly.
What is the minimum number of people that, in your mind, and you've been doing it for a while,
Yeah.
you think is necessary to be able to offer this, to have a sustainability and to be in time as well?
So in Age UK, with my Age UK head on, we need to have at least 10 volunteers here to make this place to cope. We're open 5 days a week, 10 to 12, and we have 2 people serving 2 coffees and helping people out with other things as well. With our Warm Places head on, we had 5 people every Saturday. And down at the library we had up to 10 people at one time. So at the end we all knew what we were doing and we just got on with it.
And do you think you have, I mean, mission, but I have been told, Sonia Lear, but I have to say is a coordinator employed by Leicestershire County Council, but I've been working with you now for quite a while, so he knows the area pretty well. What do you think is necessary for people to volunteer and to have a sense of continuation?
It's empathy again, isn't it? You've got to have empathy. You've got to be able to listen to what people are saying to you and try and drive at some sort of point, but don't go beyond your remit. You've got to make sure that you keep them at arm's length because it's not personal.
Yes.
You've got to step back and go, right, okay, I can help you with this, but I cannot put my hand in my pocket and give you money. But I can give you free food, I can give you a free meal, I can give you free clothing. That's with Warm Places, but with Age UK, we charge £3 for a dinner and pudding. So, you know.
So it's a combination. I mean, this is very much what we really wanted to do with Friendly Communities as a program. It's not about reinventing anything new. It's about acknowledging, recognizing what is happening, and give value to people who already are doing those things.
Yes, you've got to look people in the eye and not be judgmental. You can't do that because you don't know their background. They're coming into you as a stranger, and they've had to break down quite a lot of barriers to walk in the door even.
Yes.
So they need you to understand them as a person and try and help that person at that particular time.
So, these are very short conversations, but I think we have quite a few things from there already. What do you need right now if you have to have a sort of call for people locally?
Okay.
What would you need right now?
need
We can make sure
volunteers.
that comes out.
We definitely need it for Age UK for us to carry on
Yes.
and to provide the service that we do. We need to have volunteers. We are a little bit short of volunteers, but we have to be human at the end of the day, and we do go on holiday. So we need to have the hall open 5 days a week, and we need to man it 5 days a week.
How can people get in contact with you then?
Well, I can give you my telephone number, or I can give you an email. Email address would probably be better.
Okay.
So
So
I can do
what
that.
is the telephone number that people can?
They can ring me on 07950 595929.
Thank you. And an email address you said as well?
Yes, it's Charlie Lima Papa, Papa Alpha Whiskey Sugar @ AOL.com.
Thank you very much indeed.